All right, Shalom. There's the brother Nahalia from the GMS Orlando camp. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who are the elders of Yasha Allah, and a sincere salutation to all you Akim, who are preaching this word and believing this word, and to the Akwat, who are believing this word, and all truth and its sincerity. Yahweh is the name of the one they ignorantly call God. Yahweh Shai is the name of the one they ignorantly call Jesus. Bahashem is in the name. Rakah is spirit, Kodash is holy, Akyam is brothers, Akwat is sisters, Shalom means peace, and Yasha Allah is Israel in ancient Paleo Hebrew. All right, there's Ecclesiasticus chapter 10, and I'll continue at verse 8. All right, and it reads, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. Now I want to add this verse before I begin. This is Isaiah chapter 45 and verse 18 in the NLT. It says, for the Lord is God, and he created the heavens and earth and put everything in place. He made the world to be lived in, not to be a place of empty chaos. I am the Lord, he says, and there is none other. All right, and I want to go into a lesson on that through the Spirit, because ultimately the world was not created to exist this way. You know, the way the world exists right now is not natural. You know, the way people live on earth is not natural. The fact that you have a very small majority of people who live well and everybody else struggles is not natural. That's not the intention of the earth. Now, again, the Lord said he would set up over the earth the bases of men, and the Lord did that, which is an example of what not to do. But this rulership is temporary. It was never meant to remain like this. It was never meant to stay like this. And that's why the kingdom is going to be translated to Yahweh Shai first and foremost, and then the nation of Israel beginning with the elect as joint heirs. Because that's the only way the world can actually be inhabited and peace can flourish. All right, Isaiah 45 and 18 in the KJV reads, for thus saith the Lord that created the heavens, the Most High himself that formed the earth and made it. He hath established it. He created it not in vain. All right. And if you listen to Esau's narrative, the world is supposed to live. We're supposed to live like this in the world. And then the whole thing's supposed to just collapse. An apocalypse not even an apocalypse. You know, Esau said a meteor going to hit the earth, and then the earth is going to be destroyed, or the sun is going to overheat and cook the earth. But in his mind, his rulership is the best it'll ever be. And look at the world and look at the people in the earth under his rulership. You know, even people in the greatest country on earth, you know, are suffering, surviving at best. And the world was not made to be like that. And it's because the wrong nation of people are in control of the resources. Because they have the power to change these things. They have the resources to change these things, but they refuse to, because ultimately their God is their belly. So the Lord's going to set up one that is profitable. All right, matter of fact, let's go back to that. It's Ecclesiasticus chapter 10 and verse 4. And it reads, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, not Esau, all right, not the so-called white man, not the Russians, all right, not the Chinese. It's in the hands of the Lord. The Lord decides who rules, who has dominion. The Lord setteth up one and he taketh down another, and vice versa. All right. And the Lord's in the process of taking his rulership down to establish the kingdom of heaven. All right. Which is a kingdom that shall never be destroyed. All right. Continuing. Verse 4. And in due time, he will set over it one that is profitable. And that's who we're waiting for. Yahweh Shai. And only under Yahweh Shai's rulership will the earth be experienced the way it was intended. You know, most people have settled for the idea that this is okay. This is cool. But it's not, man. It's unnatural. The way men and women deal with each other, the way we deal with the earth, you know, concerning nature and how people live life on earth, opposite of nature. It's not intended to be that way, man. Life doesn't have to be this hard. But Esau, because his God is his belly, he makes it this way. And then he shames people who can't survive in these harsh conditions. This is why the Lord's about to take him down, man. All right. Now let's go here. This is Proverbs chapter 19 and verse 10. And it reads, "Delight is not seemly for a fool, much less for a servant to have rule over princes." All right, and Esau is a servant. He does not belong in the prince's seat. And the earth is a testament that he is unqualified for the position. All right, matter of fact, let's go here. Let's go to Proverbs 30. This is Proverbs 30 and 21. And it reads, "For 3 things the earth is disquieted, and for 4 which it cannot bear. For a servant when he reigneth, and a fool when he is filled with meat." And see, the earth can't bear this forever. That's why the Lord said if not for the elect, the days would be shortened. Because the earth can't bear a rulership like this forever. Even now, the earth is on the brink. When you think about the other rulerships, Ham, for example, as wicked as Ham was, he didn't do this much damage to nature. You know, you look at what Esau's done with the earth, and he's destroyed it through greed, man. The man used the power of the internet to deceive people. You think a platform like the internet would be perfect to push truth. What does Esau do? He pushes a lot of deception, a lot of manipulation, and then the truth is in a pocket somewhere. Now, it's all ultimately through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, but this is a testament to this man's rulership. You know, and as Elder Gabar in Hawaii says often, or I heard him say it at least once, you know, the earth is an open classroom for the elect. And truly it's balanced, right? Because again, it's frustrating to see the earth in this condition, but also it's an important lesson that we're learning. Lord willing, we be a part of that number. That this ain't how you rule. This ain't how you have dominion on earth. This ain't how you treat people. You know, when you think about it, everyone at this point is Esau's servants, and this is how he's treating his servants. Even his own people. Scripture say, "He that will be evil to himself, to whom will he be good?" This is why when you look at the rulership, matter of fact, beautiful, Proverbs 29 and 2, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Because when the scriptures describe the kingdom of heaven, it says the heathens will rejoice. Meaning after that 1,000 years of captivity, when they go into their own land, they're going to be governed in righteousness. They're not going to have to worry about a nation plotting on stealing their land or their resources, or giving them a loan that they can't pay back so we can just take their land and take their resources. They ain't got to worry about us just pulling up and just for no reason, just because we want to change things in their country, just taking out their leader. Scripture say war, they will not learn war anymore. No nation in rulership has ever been able to accomplish that. They will not learn war anymore. You've had times of peace in human history, but you've never had a period where the inhabitants did not have to learn war. That in itself, come on, man. We're going to go back to the ancient way of living, where you don't have to work to pay for water. All right, this is Isaiah 2 and 2, and it reads, "And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it. And many people shall go and say, Come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people. And they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. That's powerful. That's a benefit that goes beyond just the nation of Israel having dominion, us being in the power seat. That goes beyond that. Even trying to imagine a world with no war is hard. Because that's all humans know. That's all we've seen in history. That's why the kingdom of heaven is described as the it that followeth. Because the fashion of the world in the kingdom of heaven, we've never seen it before. That's even more exciting. Come on, man. That's why the Wadi al-Bashim Shah, we have this word as a great comfort, that this ain't the end all be all. This ain't how the earth is supposed to be ran. This ain't the best it can get. Esau is trying to convince the world that this is as good as it's going to get. PlayStation 5s, bottled water, the internet, late night talk shows, Netflix, watching National Geographic instead of being there. Struggling, working so hard you can't even enjoy your children. Because at this point, even Esau's under that. The regular Joe Schmo Edomites, they down there with Jake. They barely get to see their kids. They don't know how they going to put their kids through quote unquote college. They don't got no savings. The whole world is struggling, man. Because if that's the condition of Americans, it's far worse in other places. And it don't have to be like that. Esau's convinced the world that this is how it's got to be, and it's because this man greedy, man. That's why the Lord's going to remove him. And that's why we hasten the day. Well, plenteousness is prepared, as the scriptures say, man. This ain't the end all be all. This ain't how it's supposed to be. Matter of fact, let's go here. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 8. And I'll start at 51. And it reads, "But understand thou for thyself, and seek out the glory for such as be like thee. For unto you is paradise opened. The tree of life is planted. The time to come is prepared, and plenteousness is made ready. A city is builded, and rest is allowed, yea, perfect goodness and wisdom." And this world is completely opposite of that, man. You can't even get imperfect rest here, man. And it doesn't have to be like that. But the world is going to witness it through Yahweh Shah's rulership. They're going to witness the way the earth is supposed to be ran in righteousness, where men can get justice regardless of their how much money they have. You can't pay your way out of judgment. You can't fight a case that you're guilty on and get off on a technicality. You can't sleep with another man's woman just because you got more money than that man without consequence. And the earth need that, man. The earth need that rulership, and that's why we hasten the day. And that's why I wanted to read this, because it says, "Understand for thyself." Lord, wouldn't we be a part of that number? The Lord has placed in the elect that faith and that vision. The Lord has given them the spirit to see that this ain't the end all be all. So I just wanted to go into that through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah. I was just meditating on that. You look at life, the beautiful places on earth, the animals, the different natural fruits and meats and vegetables. And the world don't really have access to it because of Esau. And it's not like it has to be like this. It's because of this man's greed. Everything is privatized and stuffed in some corporation and hid under proprietary copyrights. And well, in the kingdom of heaven, everything is going to be ran in righteousness, man, and the world is going to be enjoyed as it should be. It's not going to be this hard to find truth, to understand life, and to understand why people die in the process of dying and what happens next. It's not going to require faith. In the kingdom of heaven, it's going to be known from a child. That's going to be the education. Not teaching you how to be an employee, but giving you actual truth. That's what the earth need, man. Equity. All right, so Lord willing, that was edifying. With that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who are the elders of Yasha Allah, and a sincere salutation to all you Akim, who are preaching this word and believing this word, and to the Akwath, who are believing this word in all truth and in sincerity.